Oh, hello there. In this demo, we're going to look at people management within Innform LMS. This demo goes into things like creating and manage properties and groups, optimizing your billing, and setting up sub-organizations. Let's dive right in. To access your People Manager, log into Innform LMS and navigate to the People section. The People section is divided into two tabs, People and Properties. In the People tab, you'll find the list of users that are currently on your Innform account. These are defined by username, their property, which is their physical location within your organization, and their group, such as department or employment type. Furthermore, we have these two sets of filters to narrow down our search. The first set allows us to filter our list of users by country, city, property, or by group. And with the next level of filters, we can show just our active, invited, or frozen users. We'll get into the meaning of these in a moment. And next door, we have the role filter, which allows admins to filter by the user roles available on Innform, which are learners, trainers, admins, and super admins. Use these checkboxes next to the user names to apply changes to these users. These changes include editing their property or group, assigning them to a training item, or freezing their account, which would temporarily deactivate their access to Innform and in turn pause their billing for the month. To find an individual user, use the search facility. Now let's look at how you can invite and manage a user on Innform. There are multiple ways with which you can invite users, like learners and admins, into Innform. The easiest way is to integrate your Innform account with your existing software and import the list of users automatically. Alternatively, you can use the bulk import functionality to upload a list of users in CSV format. This too saves time and is easy to do. For this demo, we're going to invite an individual user using the Add Person button. Here, we can invite a user. They will be added to Innform once they accept the invitation. Add the user's full name, an optional phone number which will allow you to invite them via an SMS, the user's email address, their preferred language with which they will view Innform and their training items, their property, which is their physical branch, store, or office they are based from, and the groups they belong to. Organizing your learners in groups and properties is optional and can be done at a later stage, but these are powerful ways to organize your assignments and progress tracking later. Finally, select the type of user that is being invited. You can choose between a learner, trainer, admin, or super admin. A learner will have access to their training items from their learning area. They can start discussions and they can benefit from the tool's many features like gamification and certification. A trainer can access the admin area and manage learners, overlook their progress, and review their results, but only to the training item that they are assigned to. An admin can access the admin area, create training items, manage everything within their properties and groups, and delegate with trainers. A super admin can access everything within the Innform account. Great! Now you can add a welcome note for your learner and hit the Send Invite button. This will send out the invitation to your new learner. Remember, at this point the learner will need to accept our invitation before they can access training and start their learning journey on Innform. Let's have a look at some other user management options on Innform. We can delete a user by accessing their profile. This is their profile. Here we have their training history, their property and group details, and of course, the account details. An admin with access rights can make changes to these details, cancel an invitation, or delete a user. But that's not all. With Innform, an admin can freeze a user's account. This would not permanently delete the user, but instead temporarily disable their account. With the freeze feature, admins can control their account billing by pausing user access and then reactivating it at a later stage. Customers do not pay for their users whilst their accounts are frozen. Alternatively, admins can replace a user with another. This is helpful when a user needs to be removed halfway through a billing cycle. Lastly, if the user is an admin, this is where you can manage their access rights. You can tell Innform which properties and groups this admin can have access to using these checkboxes. Now, let's move on to properties. The Properties feature is a useful way to organize your learners and facilitate assignments and progress tracking at a later stage. Think of these as the physical stores, branches, or offices that your learners are based out of. To create a new property, click the Add Property button. Each property is made up of a property name, a location, and an admin which will overlook that property. You can also specify which training items this property will have access to. You have the option to assign an entire folder of training items or else make individual selections. And finally, tell Innform whether this property has access to gamification features or the discussion feature, as both of these are optional. Once a property is set up, head to the People tab and assign it to the learners in that property. Now let's look at groups. Groups are a great way to further suborganize your learners into departments, employment types, and the like. Like properties, groups will simplify the way admins assign training and make tracking a breeze with the use of the property and group filter. Here's where you can see which groups your learners belong to. You can edit these groups at any time. To create and manage groups, head to your account settings and click on the Groups tab. Click the Add Group button, specify a group name, a group color, and the admins who will overlook this group for you. Let's look at some examples of how properties and groups can help admins save time on Innform. When assigning a training item, you can filter your list of learners by group or property and then use the Select All button to assign this item to all the learners in those groups. What a time saver! Here's another example. Say I want to track the progress of this assignment that I just made. I can go to Track and filter by that same group. And here, we have the assignments of that group. I can utilize the power of groups when sending out an announcement to my learners. Head to the Communicate area, click on the Announcement tab, and then on New Announcement. Write the U announcement, choose the group who should receive it, and hit Send. Groups and properties are helpful in many other ways, including automation, onboarding, gamification, and much more. Okay, now that we've seen the basics of the People Manager, let's look at the suborganization feature. With Innform, super admins can create a whole new layer for another organization which will have its very own learners, admins, groups, properties, and training items. To create a suborganization, go to Account Settings and click on the Add Suborganization button from the top right of the screen. Type the company name, the organization's default language, and invite the admins who will overlook this suborganization. Click Create Suborganization. To view your different suborganizations, use this switch from the top right of your admin area. To export reports, like lists of active users or a full list of trainers, simply click on the Export button from the top right of the People section, like so. The list will be sent to your email address in multiple formats. The People Manager within Innform is built with features to help you save time, add clarity and efficiency to your day-to-day role, and make sure that your billing is always under control thanks to our flexible billing features. Go on, invite some users and see for yourself. We're here in case you have any questions. Thanks.